Hello and welcome. Welcome again to the channel of opportunities. Today we are back with one of the best opportunity for the African. This opportunity is being offered by what we call CorpsAfrica. So before we proceed with a full application process in this video, we are going first to understand what is CorpsAfrica and what is the opportunity that they are giving to Africans. Then let's first begin with a little bit understanding of about CorpsAfrica. Then let's start with the mission of CorpsAfrica. You know, as you see, for the mission of CorpsAfrica, CorpsAfrica provides Africans the opportunity to serve as volunteers for 10 months in rural areas, and that means it's in rural and deserved communities in their own countries to facilitate a small scale high impact projects identified by local people and funded by partners from Africa and around the world. That means this CorpsAfrica is a giving opportunity to the African to serve as a volunteers for 10 months. That means we have to serve 10 months as a volunteer with the CorpsAfrica to facilitate a small scale projects and high impact projects that will be identified. That's all. I think this is the mission of CorpsAfrica, and you can understand what you'll be doing. Then let's come first quick to the basic description of CorpsAfrica. That means we're going first to understand what about a CorpsAfrica service. Yes. Then let's begin. CorpsAfrica volunteers undergo 1 month. That means you will first undergo 1 month of training. Yes, there'll be 1 month of training. Then after 1 month of training, you will have to serve other rest 10 months. Yes, you will serve other rest 10 months while participating in CorpsAfrica activities in your community. This is what you'll be doing. Then the volunteer dedicates his or her time to living and working with local people to identify area of concern for community, co-create and design solution to address a concern. Yes, to be a volunteer here as a volunteer, you'll be required to have dedication for living in a community, then identify concerns of community, then help to address those concerns. Yes, I think this is the main this is the main aim of the CorpsAfrica. Yes, let's move quick. And then to achieve this, CorpsAfrica volunteers receive professional training before and during their service. As I told you that you will have 1 month of training. Then after that 1 month of training, the rest 10 months, as I told you, the rest 10 months will be the months of participating in CorpsAfrican activities. Then I think this is enough to understand. But before we move forward, I want you to understand that with CorpsAfrica, you will receive professional training. Then after receive also support from CorpsAfrica staff. Thirdly, you will receive a modest living allowance. Do you understand? Yes. Here we come to something called cash. Then you have to catch on cash. Then you will receive also health insurance, right? Then the rest you receive a readjustment allowance upon successful completion of the program. Yes, this is the best opportunity you receive a modest. If they add this word modest living allowance, that means you will be like receiving a salary. Yeah, this is the best opportunity. So what you can expect, this is the general expectation of Corps Africa volunteer. What you can expect, first, it's to commit to work in highly undeserved community in Rwanda to improve the quality of life of the community. So here, this CorpsAfrica is working in Rwanda, but this is not only the country that CorpsAfrica work with. Mainly, before you apply, if you are from other country, you will have to check the eligibility of your country. I'm seeing that here it is Rwanda because this is the location where I am. But you, if you are from other country, you have to check because this CorpsAfrica work with different African countries. Then the second, you have to serve where CorpsAfrica ask them to serve. That means volunteer will be given a price to serve. We not say you are going to choose where to serve. No. Then recognize that their success is based on building trust and confidence with their host communities. Yes. You have to recognize that building trust will be the first. Then maintain professional conduct. Yes, this is the best. Usually these things is required to maintain your professional conduct, to behave in a good way. Then engage with the host community partners in a spirit of cooperation, mutual learning and respect. Yeah, this is very useful. Then exercise good judgment and professional responsibility to protect their health, safety, and well-being. Yes. Then let's move forward with the essential requirement for applying to be CorpsAfrica volunteer. So here there is eligibility criteria. This is what you're going to look. Then to be eligible for applying for CorpsAfrica volunteer, firstly, you must be a citizen of Rwanda or other country that CorpsAfrica work with. Secondly, you have to be at least 21 years old. Thirdly, you have to possess a university degree or equivalent professional experience. Yes, you must have a university degree in order to qualify for this opportunity. Then willing and able, physically, emotional to serve. You must have a will to serve as a volunteer for the entire of service year in rural areas. Then you must have no record of criminal activity that would demonstrate unsuitability for CorpsAfrican service. Then you must have also no conflict of interest. Yes, that would interfere with your duties and responsibility. Yeah, this is the useful thing. You must have the interest only for saving without having other interest, like interest of getting that allowance or other things else. Then you have to understand that volunteerism is altruistic act. Yes, most important, where one offer their time, skills, resources without expectation of financial gain. Yes, this is what you must understand. You must understand that you are going to offer time, your skills, or what, without expecting to receive financial gain. Then CorpsAfrica volunteer receive following before and during services. So that's, as I told you, you receive a training. Then after receiving a training, you receive a modest living allowance adequate to support the volunteer. If they say adequate, that means anything else related to money will be covered. Your transport expense will be covered. Something related to money will be covered. Then travel fund, yes, as I told you, will be covered. Then let's move forward with CorpsAfrica volunteers will receive the following upon successful compression. After successful compression of service, the Corps African volunteers will just receive end of service readjustment allowance. Yes, this is very important. Then you receive also certificate of compression. Then you receive the letter of recommendation. They will recommend you as institution you serve it. Then for application step, firstly you'll have to complete the following application, including required fields, then upload your required documents. Deadline, it's Friday, May 31, 2026. Then pre-service training and is expected to begin August 2026. Yes, this, as I told you, this pre-service training, it's a 1 month training, and yeah, it is expected to start August 2026. Then before we move forward with a full application process, I want you first to understand how we can create account. Let's start with how we can create account. Yeah, as you see above, before you move down, we have something to fill. Firstly, you have to select here that your response your progress will have to be saved. You have to select here. Then after selecting here, you have to enter your email. You have to enter your email. Yes. Then you choose the password you want. Then you confirm your password. These credentials will be essential to help you log to your account and check progress of your application. Please be careful for password and even for your email. Then after creating the account here, let's start our application process. Then application is made with the following parts. The first part, it's a part of personal information. You'll have to add your personal information here, your first name, your last name, your current address, your city. Yeah, this is the personal information that you have to add here. Then here you'll have to upload your passport photo. Yes, this was the first part of application. Then let's move to the second part of application. It's a part of education. Here they are asking you everything related to your education. Firstly, they're asking what is the highest level of your education you have completed. Then you have to indicate, right? Then please list your details of your highest level of education. Then you have to provide the name of institution, location, whatever related to education. Then let's move quick to the third part of this application. It's a professional experience. Yes, you have to provide this professional experience. Then please list a current position and organization, as well as your 3 most relevant professional position below. That means you have to provide the best experience that you have ever had in your life. So then how many years? Then here you have to say the name of organization, the address, phone number, title you held in the past. Yeah, that's what you have to provide after finishing with this part of professional experience. Then let's move forward with the fourth part of application. It's a part of language proficiency. Here you will have to demonstrate your language proficiency. For the English, then they're asking you that please write your reading proficiency, please write your writing, your spoken, your oral proficiency. Yeah, this is what you have to provide in this section. And even for Kenya, Rwanda, if you have applied as a Rwanda, or if you're applying as a Rwanda, so you have to provide a proficient proof that you can speak Kinyarwanda or other language from your country well. Remember that this is not an opportunity for Rwandan only. It's CorpsAfrica work with different African countries. Then we have also the other section of the application. This is the reference. Yes, you give a reference for the people who knows you well and who can recommend you. You provide their names, their title, organization they work with, and even their phone number, their email. Yeah, something like that. Then I think let's move to the next part of application. This is a personal essay section. This part is a very important section. That short essay will help us to become acquainted with you. They will also demonstrate your ability to organize your strength, your thoughts, and express yourself. And that means you have only to use your thought. You don't have to use any external tool like AI, like chatbots. No, it's prohibited to use them. You have to use your experience, right? Remember that mostly they provide this section of the essay to test if you can write, if you can write, if you can do what, if you can read, you know. That means your language level. If you use AI, yeah, that is a rejection automatically. Then this is the part of the essay. Then let's move to the last part. It's additional personal history part. In this section, they'll be asking you the question related to your past behaviors. Do you have any medical condition? Do you have to what? Have you ever be responsible for disciplinary violation? Yeah, something like that related to your behavior, your conduct, you know. Then here we have to sign. Then after signing or understanding the terms and the conditions, here you have then to click apply. The reason why it's not clickable is because I didn't complete my application yet. That's why. Then after completing all, we come to apply. Then after applying, we'll have to wait and check. You'll have to check also your email regularly for the updates. So thank you for watching this video, and I think you can subscribe for more updates of different opportunities. Thank you.